Hey guys, welcome to an episode of Pony 411. This is episode 131 for the week of January 31st. I am Alca7raz, and with me, as normal, is Nemesis.
By the time you hear this, it'll be February.
It will be, yes.
Isn't that crazy?
February. That's a leap year this year.
Yeah.
29 days. We got a bunch of news in this episode. Holy crap.
Just a bit.
So, yeah, bunch of news. Then we're going to talk about an older episode that is somewhat relevant to some recent news.
Somewhat
Relevant. Oh, we got a fair amount of fan content at the end of it. So let's get started with the news. If you'd like to follow along, you can find all of our show notes at pony411.libsyn.com/show notes. So go there and click the link for this episode, and let's get to this. In convention news, PonyCon NYC has announced that, due to unforeseen commitments, Kathy Westlock will not be attending.
That's a shocker.
Yeah.
She attends so much.
She does, but apparently something came up that she can't reschedule, so she will not be there. They will, however, as they just announced as well, have Lena Hall in attendance.
That's a big one.
I think that's the first one that she's...
It is.
Yeah.
It is definitely the first convention that has gotten her.
Yeah, so that's definitely a big one. Pacific PonyCon is looking for feedback from those who attended the last convention.
Which was last weekend or the weekend before? One of the two.
Yeah, it was not too long ago.
It was this month.
Well, last month if you're listening in February. So yeah, it was a recent one. So if you went to that, they're looking for feedback. So go fill out that. Seabronies has announced that both Jen Blake and Peter New will be joining them on their next cruise.
Yeah, that's the one in a year.
Yeah. I don't think those well in advance, but hey, yeah, there you go. Midwest Brony Fest has announced that Nicole Oliver will be attending. Grand Brony Gala announced Jason Thiessen. Windy City PonyCon announced both Kazumi Evans and Jim Miller. BabsCon has announced Jen Blake and their Iron Artist competition. Everfree Northwest has announced Brenna Drummond, as well as few of the CMC voice actors' parents. Ian James Corlett, Brian Drummond, and Michael and Monique Krieber will also be there.
There, that's all the convention stuff.
Yeah.
There's a lot of announcements in the last few weeks.
A lot of guest announcements.
It's because a lot of conventions are about to come up hit.
Yep. Yeah, we're starting to get into convention season.
Incoming.
Yep. In fandom news, in an interesting turn of events, Hasbro is being sued by Font Bros for the use of the Generation B font on the official MLP imagery.
Yeah.
That one's a bit interesting.
Things have come to light.
Yeah, seeing... at first, Font Bros was, sort of advertising Generation B as being used by Hasbro. Then they pulled
up until
that.
the day of filing.
Yeah, so it's a little bit, what
suspicious.
The heck happened?
It's suspicious in some regards.
Yeah, although there is one thing that isn't suspicious. Hasbro did have the font on their webpage, which was explicitly disallowed by Font Bros. So who knows what's going on? Maybe they changed licensing and Hasbro didn't go with it. I'm hearing news in multiple directions here.
Yeah. I'm putting my money on Font Bros has gotten greedy and decided to try to do something.
Yeah, they want to. I'm thinking maybe they changed their
want more money
licensing and Hasbro said no.
As someone described to me, it's like Empire Strikes Back. I have altered the deal. Pray I do not alter it further.
Yeah.
Except they're not Darth Vader, and that's not going to work on a corporate giant that is Hasbro.
Yeah. Depending on the details. I don't know a huge amount of the details. Basically, we're just sitting on the outside watching what happens, but this could definitely be interesting. Moving on, though, the 2017 Brony Thank You Fun calendar is available for order.
Mm-hmm.
Those, I believe, will start shipping out next month.
Yes. For charity.
Yep, for charity. Bunch of cool artists in there, too. Gameloft's New Zealand office, the one working on the MLP game...
Worked,
has been shut down. Along with a whole bunch of other offices they've been shutting down.
Yeah, Gameloft, surprise, Gameloft is in trouble lately. I think I said that one several episodes ago, but yeah, Gameloft's not been doing so hot lately.
Yeah, so the office that had been working on the MLP game has been shut down. What that means for the game, we're not entirely certain. They could just move it to another office.
Likely. It's just
is
the
what they're
developer's
going to
move to someone else.
Because it is one of their more popular ones, I believe.
Yeah.
Again, don't know what'll come of this. We'll wait and see. In merchandise news, though, The McDonald's 2016 Pony Happy Meal toys have been officially announced, and it looks like they're going to be appearing on the 16th.
Like we said last week, actually. Or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. But yeah, now it's officially announced.
Yes.
And a little bit of news, it looks like Hasbro has moved some of its production lines to India.
Mm-hmm.
So away from the Chinese production.
They've actually been producing a lot of stuff in Vietnam, too.
Yep. India, Vietnam. They're starting to move. A lot of companies apparently are moving out of China and to other countries.
Yeah. Hasbro doing some of their production for their toys actually in Vietnam for a couple years now, along with Takara, who they often partner with.
Yep. Probably won't change anything other than the stamp on the bottom of the feet, but
pretty much.
It's an interesting little bit of news.
They'll probably might save a couple bucks, but not going to pass it on to you.
Yeah, no. Yet another Hikari Rainbow Dash figure was announced. This one is a gold dust version, and it's limited to 1,000. And it appears to already be sold out. It was up on Entertainment Earth for pre-order for a bit, and now it's marked as pre-sold out.
Never know, though.
Yeah.
Someone else might get it. Someone might cancel a pre-order. Who knows?
Yeah. Might want to look out for that if you're planning. It's like $50-$60, so it's cheaper than
it's one of the cheaper ones.
It was cheaper than some of the other ones. Some new Squishy Pops and a Ferris wheel playset for them have appeared at the German toy fair. Let's see if I can pronounce it right. Spielwarenmesse, I believe is how you pronounce that one. But yeah, it's the German toy fair.
Some German person is going to tell you butchered that.
I probably butchered it. My experience with German language is not as good as it could have been. But anyway, yeah, so a little bit interesting. There's some new figures revealed in there as well. So like I think Vinyl Scratch and some others are in there. So that's a bit interesting. Hasbro has extended their license with Little Brown Books out to 2018.
Yes. Yeah, Little Brown is a division of Hachette.
Yeah. And they've done a few.
Yeah, we've already got more books coming this year, so not really that surprising to extend to 2018.
Yep. Into comic news, a preview for MLP Comic issue number 39 is up on iTunes.
Yeah.
Go check that one out. A few, previews. The MLP Omnibus Volume 3 is up for pre-order on Amazon. This one contains issues 25 through 37.
Yes. This is not... I don't think this has actually been officially announced.
Yeah, it just popped up on Amazon.
Yeah, they do that a lot.
Yep. Comic issue 31 has been announced. This one is titled Rainbow Dash's Very Bad Day, and its synopsis is as follows. A good day turns bad and Dash can't shake her bad mood. Before long, it infects all of those around her. What can cure this case of the grumpies?
A boot to the head.
Oh, no. You don't do that. Especially not to Dash.
Especially to Dash.
Friends Forever issue 27 has also been announced. This one is about Pinky and Granny Smith, and its synopsis is as follows. It's cider season, things are busy at Sweet Apple Acres. Unfortunately, Granny has broken her hip, and Pinkie Pie is called in to look after the cantankerous elder. Will Pinkie's optimism triumph over Granny's stubbornness?
They're both goofballs, so that should actually work out pretty well.
Yeah, I could see it working pretty well. In Equestria Girls news, a
What?
little bit of that. I know, Equestria Girls news. That never happens. But it looks like some info about Equestria Girls 4 is also appearing at that aforementioned German toy fair. I'm not going to try and pronounce it again. No details have come out other than an image.
Just one picture of
some stormtroopers, but in the background is Dash, Equestria Girls Dash, wearing
a scarf
thing. So people are speculating about that.
Yes, we'll be speculating later about stuff. Not this episode.
Not this episode.
Next one.
Possibly, yeah.
I'm saying that right now. We're going to probably speculate about Equestria Girls soon.
Yeah.
So yeah. Also, definitely Stormtroopers confirmed for Equestria Girls.
Yeah. Oh, that'll go great. Who's the traitor?
The one you least expect, Fluttershy.
Fluttershy the traitor? Fluttershy as Finn. All right. Okay, I guess I'll go with that. And in our last couple bits of news, Equestria Daily has just had a nice long interview with Jason Thiessen.
Yeah, some interesting
tidbits in there.
Some interesting stuff. I was like, some of it kind of alarms me, I think, reading it.
Yeah.
They asked about the continuity stuff, and the answer he gave was like, we don't really care.
Sort of, yeah.
He kind of gave this, we care for a little bit, and then we're willing to dump that if we want to, when we want to.
Yeah.
That kind of like, that's not really how you should approach things.
Yeah. He's not on season 6 though. He's full-time movie.
I know,
Yeah.
but that's still a little alarming because the way he was talking is like that's how they've just approaching. All of them have been approaching it. So it's like, which it kind of explains some of the weird continuity errors that keep popping up in the last few seasons.
Yeah, they try and treat each episode individually, just for the story of the individual episode, and not really taking into account as much as the other ones.
Wish they wouldn't. I wish they'd. I would prefer they actually kind of took into account the previously established stuff, but they seem to just be willing to toss it out if they want to.
Yeah, I'll agree with you. I like good continuity, but sometimes I can understand wanting to change things up. I prefer the continuity though. But yes, our last bit of news, and this one's completely unimportant at all.
Actually, it's huge.
Oh, geez. The first teaser clip for season 6 has been released.
Oh joy!
And it's something.
Yeah.
Well, I think a while back when we saw that Cadence was pregnant, we kind of made some guesses.
Yeah.
Well, the guessing is gone. They revealed the full.
Yeah. Anyway, though, spring.
Yeah, they also gave an estimate release date. They said season 6 will start in spring.
I'm still guessing April.
That's what we're thinking is April, but at least, hey, we're not going to wait a year. Thank God.
Yeah. Also, there's a new toy.
There's a new toy. Yeah, a new Crystal Empire playset that's based off of the stuff revealed.
Yeah, spoilers coming up for the next few minutes.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
So the new baby called Flurry Heart.
McFlurry Heart.
Yeah, Flurry Heart, and she's an alicorn baby with ginormous wings.
Holy crap, they're huge.
They're like 3/4 of her entire body mass.
Yeah, holy crap.
And I'm less than thrilled.
I'm not entirely thrilled either.
For multiple reasons. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah,
that's my kind of reaction to it.
I'm wondering if this is Hasbro saying
it's Hasbro.
We need another princess.
Hasbro designed a toy, and they're like, "Oh, it's a princess. She's going to have to be an alicorn." And I wish the toy people just pushed back and said, "No, we don't need another alicorn."
Yeah,
especially a baby, and it kind of because to me, it's part of it's just kind of. There's a couple things. I think it really depends on how they. I'm willing to give them the chance.
I think DHX can handle it.
Yeah, I'm willing to give them a chance on this because I'm not going to just write them off because they've pulled it out before with the blatant toy stuff. Yeah, Cadence was like one,
for example.
Yeah, Cadence in general was the first big this is pretty blatantly a toy placement.
Yes, and DHX did a great job with that,
as we discussed last episode. But it's kind of just alarming on multiple levels. It really depends on a lot of stuff. A lot of shows, when they introduce a baby character, tend to hit rock bottom. Real recent example and kind of related, Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh, geez.
It really depends on if Flurry Heart here is either... It really depends on if she's a recurring character, like constantly in most episodes, or if she just pops up occasionally.
Yeah, that's one thing. I'm. It's like
because it's all of a sudden, she's gonna live with Aunt Twilight for the next year.
Geez.
Yeah, that's like a sheer sign something's gone dreadfully wrong.
Yeah, because I mean, it starts out. Well, Shining is warning Twilight about it.
I mean, that's another thing. Is to me, it's like they're talking. The way they're acting, it's very unusual and unexpected.
They are acting unusual, and the whole scene is played up in this way. It's like, okay, you could take this in multiple directions.
This was not. This
sounds
definitely.
Using it in a very specific way. They're
it
not
sounds
just going to throw it out there.
The whole fact she's an alicorn, it was completely unexpected to everyone.
Yeah, I mean, they go into the room. Cadence looks completely beat.
So does Shining.
And Shining too, but yeah, seriously on Cadence. But both Luna and Celestia are there, so obviously this is important.
Yeah.
More than just, it's, new family member.
This is the first time I think a preview has really actually dampered my expectations.
Yeah, I mean, they could take it in multiple directions. They could still take that and do something good with it.
Yeah,
but
I think, although at this point, because of all what's already happened, I will never be 100% happy.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, I would have preferred the baby be a Pegasus, just as a kind of subtle nod to GM Barrow's book.
Yeah, saying that Cadence was originally.
Yeah, it'd be a nice little subtle nod. And like, look, she can still have the stupid gigantic wings, which are weird, but okay.
Yeah, that doesn't...
It's just weird.
I bet Scootaloo's pissed.
Yeah. Don't let Scootaloo see the baby.
Yeah. There's already tons of fan art about that one.
Yeah, so it's alarming. I'm not angry about it is just
Yeah, it makes me a little curious too on how exactly the season's going to revolve around it. I'm hoping it doesn't.
Yeah.
But
Well, the
we
season
already
is
know
obviously
the season
Explore Equestria.
Yeah, the season theme is Explore Equestria, so I'm not entirely don't think you really could just throw a baby into that and still be exploring Equestria. So it's like it gives me a little bit of hope that this isn't going to be a recurring thing.
I mean, the only way they could make me happy is, the alicorn thing's a weird temporary thing because Cadence is an alicorn.
Yeah, I highly doubt that's happening.
Yeah, like, now she's going to just become one of the 3 races, and then that's it.
If Twilight's alicornification couldn't be temporary, I highly doubt Flurry Hearts is.
Yeah, I know.
You can't have both. You can't.
Well, they keep making.
You can't pick and choose which characters get to keep their alicorn.
Well, they seem to be picking and choosing whatever the heck they want when it comes to continuity.
Maybe. Alicorns were never really established continuity.
Yeah, they never really established it.
So they can't really say they're breaking
because they simultaneously
established
establish in the show, it's a thing you earn, and then in the some of the B material they've established, it's a thing they could also be born into.
Yeah, and now they're actually, well, maybe, we don't know the surrounding stuff, but they could be canonizing natural born alicorns.
Which just brings in kind of a whole host of questions. It kind of, in the same way, kind of cheapens the whole, Twilight earned her place, and now it's like, she's just born like this, and
yeah,
middle finger to Twilight, I guess. And Cadence,
although that's B canon.
Yeah, that's B canon, but still, it's
Cadence
kind of
is B canon.
Well, it's also it's a B canon, but it's also kind of still an extension of logical.
Yeah.
So it's a weird thing, and it's like I'm not really thrilled with it.
Yeah. I don't know how exactly they're gonna. I'm not gonna say any. Well, like I said, I'm not super thrilled, but I'm gonna reserve most of my judgment until I see the episode and see how they take it.
Yeah,
because it could go so many ways. It could go horribly wrong, but it could also be pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not screaming abandon ship, but I'm just kind of a little.
Yeah,
my enthusiasm has been tempered a bit.
On edge.
Yeah,
it would be. It's like.
Yeah, I'm just. It was, it's. I'm trying to think of if I've ever really felt like this before, and I really haven't myself about anything upcoming in the show, except for, what was it? I think there was one I was kind of a little on edge about just because I saw the description and went, I think it was a season 4 episode. I remember going, I wasn't sure about it.
Was it Princess Spike?
No, it wasn't. Well, I saw that one. I just kind of knew right there. It's like, this is Spike episode. I'm not going to expect a whole lot. This is, but that's one episode. Spike's just being dumb. This is like one of those things that could just change up everything if they do it wrong. I still
kind of the way that a lot of people were feeling about the season 3 finale.
I know, but that was kind of that's slightly different circumstances just because of that was a build up sort of thing, and this is
slightly,
just there's a baby using alicorn. There's a baby using alicorn. I think this is just one of those times I really wish they stood up to Hasbro and said, no, we don't want to put another alicorn in the show.
Yeah, but then Hasbro could just overrule them, say, no, you're going to because we write your checks.
I know. It's like, because they're selling the toy and they got the silly little Flurry Heart toy, which is like all translucent and it's got gigantic wings, and it's like lop off the horn, you got a Pegasus. There you go.
The wings, though, I still can't get over.
Yeah, it all itself is kind of a ridiculous design thing, and it looks like they've also kind of decided to change how babies are designed in the show because she's got normal eyes.
Except Applejack did too.
Yeah, I remember. Remember we were talking about that because
it started
babies
out
used to have pretty much solid eyes.
Solid black beady eyes.
Well, not black, but just one solid color.
Yeah,
and then
they
changed it. I think they might have I don't remember any previous examples of babies before that. And then they changed it. Then they made that this is what babies look like. And then they changed it last season to babies had normal eyes too. Because I don't know what they're doing.
I don't know. Design changes happen every now and then.
Yeah, I know. It's still just odd, and we'll see what happens in, I guess, April.
We'll see what happens. I'm hoping them all kind of nervous about things is them going, no, this isn't just a thing that happens.
This is something unusual.
So it doesn't just.
That still just makes me worry that hey, guess what? This is basically baby Jesus for Equestria.
I hope not.
Twilight's supposed to be Pony Jesus.
No.
Don't you know the joke?
No.
I'm joking.
No.
That's always been the joke. Twilight's Pony Jesus, basically.
Pony Jesus.
And Celestia's Pony God.
Pony God. What does that make Luna?
I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know, but that's the news. That's the biggest thing.
Which means Cadence is John the Baptist.
Who's Judas?
Starlight? I don't know.
No, that's backwards.
Well, she's become a disciple of Twilight.
Except Judas started out good and betrayed them in the end. Starlight started out bad.
None of this
and
is going to
joined
be
them.
100% because we already got Luna.
Yeah,
we've been on this for a while, haven't we?
Maybe Luna can be the Holy Ghost.
Oh dear. She does go into people's dreams. She does go into the dreams.
Yeah. Although that.
Screw it.
Whatever.
This
I don't know.
Far too long.
Gone way too far.
We've offended I don't know how many people.
Yeah, I think we'll stop with the offenses. I don't want to get those angry emails.
Oh well.
So yeah, that's the news. That's what everyone's going to be freaking out about until the season starts.
Don't panic yet, but...
Well, too late for that. People are already panicking.
If you haven't started panicking yet, don't panic. Just keep calm and just stay on your toes.
Yes. So yeah, we do actually have a different discussion. We're not going to sit and
Somewhat
talk.
Different.
We're not going to sit and talk about the new full. We actually went and rewatched an old episode, and we're going to talk about that. We watched Baby Cakes.
Hey,
because,
related.
Hey, fulls.
New babies.
Yes.
Who were just kind of out of nowhere. Unlike this one, we had a bit of preparation.
Yeah, this one was just bam, there's babies. Wasn't even pregnancy involved.
That we didn't see.
It happened, apparently. It was on the show. Like I said, I don't think we need to do a quick synopsis. They start out in the hospital. Yay, there's baby. Hey, there's two babies. Hey, and then they're home and Pinky's playing with them, and then Cakes have to go somewhere, and they end up Pinky has to babysit, and things go as normally that you'd expect them to do, and yay.
She learns a lesson about responsibility.
Yeah, that's about it. So, yeah, this was a bit interesting. It was a really first focus on new foals.
Yeah.
We hadn't really had any focus on foals at all before this, so it was a bit interesting to see that.
This is also the first time we saw this new design. Well, no, the first time we saw the new design was in
this was still old design.
Ne'er-do-well.
Yeah, this was still old design because they had.
No, I mean baby design. No one ever seen a baby design before this. Well, Mysterious Ne'er-do-well because Dash saved a baby.
Yeah, Dash saved a baby.
But that's season 2. So yeah, season 2 is when we first. That was only a few episodes beforehand. So season 2 is when we first actually saw what babies look like in Equestria.
Yep.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a fun little episode.
Yes.
It wasn't,
It was a Pinky episode, so.
It was. So, I mean, it was a season 2 Pinky episode. Mm-hmm. It was fairly good, though, for Pinky. It wasn't too overbearing like usually is my issue with Pinky. But it wasn't anything, super crazy about. But it wasn't bad. It was
a fun episode.
Yeah. There were quite a few little interesting tidbits.
Yeah, little things. Accidental and intentional.
Yeah. Especially considering things later that happened.
Yeah.
Well, we'll start with the simple. I like the reference right near the beginning, explaining how you could have
Pegasus
and a unicorn.
Both Earth ponies.
Yeah. It was and the shifty eyes on Mr. Cake was
that makes sense, right?
Makes sense. Please let that make sense. I don't want to consider what it could be otherwise.
And that was also kind of a joke at the fandom who at this point I was trying to figure out how pony genetics work.
Oh, yeah, and they just threw everything.
It is it doesn't really matter that much, especially
since
since these kids look not completely different colors from their parents and everything.
Yeah, pony genetics is weird. They don't actually have to take the traits of their parents.
Pretty much.
We'll just call it magic.
Yeah, pretty much it's pony magic.
It's pony magic, and all races have magic, so yay, there you go. It explains everything.
Or does it?
Now I've got an image in my head. It's magic. Let me explain it in detail.
Yes.
Oh, Twilight. Anyway, yeah. So it was that. I think some of the biggest things we keep referencing this episode now in the future is how the two fulls use their abilities. I mean, Pound Cake can fly quite well almost immediately.
Yeah, this is one of those that threw everyone for a loop because it didn't really make sense.
Yeah, and Pumpkin Cake can levitate herself, which is the first time we've seen that.
Yeah.
They used it a couple times later, with Twilight using it in
season 3's premiere.
And
then Starlight using it in season 5 recently.
Yeah. So when we first saw it here, because I know that was something that the fandom was always like, Well, can't they just levitate themselves? They can levitate other things.
I remember Lauren Faust was like, "Oh yeah, those are the things." Twilight would learn how to do that, and then she'd be flying around with the princesses and stuff. But then she got wings, so
and then
she
got
didn't
wings,
really need to levitate herself anymore.
But then she did in season 3.
Yeah, she did, and then she just didn't do it ever again.
And now she doesn't need to.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was a bit interesting. It was the first time we saw that, because we had always, hey, what about this? And then we see it. But it was interesting that had to come from a foal.
Yeah.
They sort of explained that in the
Magic
entry.
surges.
Magic surges, but it was like...
It's like, I think a baby can actually swim a little until you...
Yeah, that's just one of the
It's a self-preservation thing of like...
Babies know how to swim, and then you sort of forget
or
until you relearn.
They kind of learn how to keep themselves afloat. And
yeah. So maybe it's one of those, you have the ability, but...
You lose it because...
You lose it once you...
Because, they're talking about magic surges and flight and stuff. It's like... And I'm looking at this like, dang, Dash and Twilight must have been terrors as children.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Trying to get the magic surge, lift the whole house up. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh, there's Twilight having a magic surge again. Don't pay any attention.
Or pay a lot of attention or else the house blows up.
Yeah. And Dash just went out the window.
Yeah.
She'll be back.
Through the other window. All the way around. Make a full circle. But yeah, it was... Other than that, there was a lot of crying.
Yeah, lots of crying.
Lots of
they're
crying.
Babies.
Because they're babies and that's what babies do.
They cry, poop, and eat.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
And occasionally giggle, and they're like, "Oh, there you go." They trick you into liking them.
They trick you.
They lure you in with all giggles and stuff, and then they poop, and you're like, "Oh." And you like think to yourself, "I really don't want kids," because you have to deal with this stage before you get to anything else.
Yeah, that reminds me. My sister has a newborn. Fortunately, she's on the other side of the country. I don't have to deal with it.
I've lost count of how many nephews and nieces I have.
I'm at 3.
I don't know anymore. I know it's over 12.
Oh, jeez. But yes, they can definitely be a handful. And this episode...
What you mean, hooful?
A hooful, yes. Although... Nah.
One thing was Pinky, just how she reacted, because she's like a lot of people were like, "Oh, babies are easy."
Oh, babies are easy. I get to play with them all the time.
Yeah, and babies are difficult because you got to figure out what the heck's going on, because they're just crying. You're like, I don't know what that it could mean anything. It could just mean that they don't like the way their hand feels right now.
It could be. Sometimes they just cry because I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not always something that they need when they're crying.
Sometimes they just want to be held. That's it. They just want something warm.
Sometimes they just don't want to be held, just not by you.
Yeah, pretty much. But it was interesting. Just her figuring out the goofy. I kind of like the scene of the stand-up comedy.
Oh yeah, the whole stand-up comedy
with really bad jokes.
Yeesh,
and
tough crowd.
Really weird song thing.
Oh yeah, that was just.
But
and the faces of the two match that.
Yeah,
it's like what the hell?
Just confusion. And then of course Flower. It's like
the Flower.
Which of course becomes the running joke.
Yeah, it becomes a running joke when she can't get him to stop crying.
No, she just needs to dye her mane blonde.
Yep, surprise. And get a pair of wings.
Yeah.
Wings, more adding wings.
Yeah, so Pound and Pumpkin were just twins, boy and a girl. Pound is a Pegasus who is very rambunctious.
And strong.
Yeah,
and very strong.
That's one of those things where it's obviously kind of a comedic license.
Yeah.
Like punching a faucet off a bathtub, that isn't possible.
Or flying around with Pinky.
Yeah, it's just for the sake of fun. It's just for a rule of funny.
Yeah.
Because it's a Pinky episode, so they're always, whenever Pinky episodes happen, they're always a little looser with the rules, so to speak.
Yeah. Physics is weird for Pinky, so anything.
Yeah, because I also noticed the one thing early on when they established what kind of personalities Pound and Pumpkin have. He starts smashing the blocks initially, and it's kind of funny how he's just so rambunctious, and it's like, Pegasus. Rambunctious Pegasus.
Interesting.
It's like, yeah, because that's kind of become the going thing of the fandoms. That's kind of the Pegasus natural thing, with Fluttershy being the outliers. Pegasi are just kind of very energetic and rambunctious.
Yeah.
And then you got Pumpkin, who just likes to chew on everything. Which is what babies do.
And babies, yes.
It's like, ooh, new thing, must chew on it.
Must stick it in your mouth.
Because that's how they figure out what things are and how they explore, as they put in their mouth.
Yep. Yep.
Much to your chagrin when you find that rotten whatever the heck that is.
Yeah.
Because they will make a beeline for whatever is the most disgusting thing you can imagine.
And they will find things that you didn't even know existed just to stick them in their mouth.
Mm-hmm. One thing I like was really obviously unintentional, but it was still funny, was in the nursery when they first see the baby. You see a brief screen on screen was a baby who's a white coat and a purple mane. And it's like the joke became, that's Rarity's kid.
Rarity's kid. Oh, geez.
We never saw this baby again, but it was just kind of the joke.
Rarity has a illegitimate child.
Yep. And of course,
secret
fueling that joke with the later bit when the cakes are looking for a babysitter, they go to Rarity and she's sitting there sweating, and says, "No,
no."
Of course, yeah, because I remember there was a comic someone made. It's like, and she closes the door and she goes back to her kid. And of course, who's the kid? Who's the kid's father?
Who's the father?
Blue Blood. No, and that's why she's so embarrassed. Applejack somehow.
It's magic.
Yep, pretty much. It's magic. Can't explain it's magic.
What's the tag? Magical lesbian offspring?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
There was just speaking of the babysitting, looking for a babysitter scene, I just like why they go almost exclusively to the main six. No one else.
Yeah, no one else.
And it's like Fluttershy would have been perfect, but
no.
Except Angel.
Angel.
That bunny.
Why is he such a jerk?
AJ and her family would have been great. They would pretty much
they were busy.
But they're busy, unfortunately.
Legitimate. Yeah.
Dash was like the sign of we're getting desperate. Let's be honest. Dash's forte would not be babies.
Probably not the best.
Hey, I'll take you flying. Where'd he go?
Oh, crap.
Twilight might have been able to do it.
Yeah, but she was busy with things that were completely
especially now,
unimportant.
since it's heavily implied she helped raise Spike, so she'd at least have some idea.
Even later in the episode, she does show up to offer help.
And then she says the exact wrong phrase, which sets Pinky off.
Yeah.
She wasn't being offensive. She wasn't trying to be offensive. She just wasn't
wrong
talking.
Word choice.
Yeah, she just wasn't thinking about the words she was saying.
Implying that Pinky's irresponsible.
Yeah. Oops.
Which was sort of the overall implication.
Because she was kind of irresponsible.
She was.
Which is why the cakes were trying to avoid her, because they knew this was not a great idea.
Yeah, because, it's more than just playing with them, Pinky.
You can't just play with them, because we'll come back, the house will be messed, they'll be hungry, crying, and smelly.
Yep.
Yeah. And I remember the baby cakes.
Baby cakes.
Showed up a handful of times since then. They actually really haven't shown up, and that's what I'm hoping for now.
Yeah, now with recent developments.
Yeah, I'm just hoping it's the same sort of thing. It'll show up every once in a while. Just, hello, there. Oh yeah, reminder that this character exists, and then gone.
Maybe
there's a couple episodes later. It was, which one was? I'm trying to remember that the baby showed up again. It was in season 2. I remember that. There was another. It started out opened up with the exercise montage thing, and that was a season 2 later season 2 episode. That was
right. I remember the exercise montage.
Yeah, I remember that part, but I don't remember which was that. Cranky.
Oh yeah, that one.
That one. Opens up with that thing. So yeah, the babies showed up there. They showed up briefly in like the episode 100 and whatnot, but they don't really show up that much. And I'm like half expecting this, aging soonish, right?
Yeah. Except the characters never age. It's one of those shows.
Characters don't age because shut up. Although they sometimes age
when it's useful.
It's complicated.
When it's useful
because they have birthdays.
Yeah. Well. Dash does.
Dash had a birthday. Twilight had a birthday. Pinky had a birthday.
Trying to remember that. Those episodes.
The Sweet and Elite. The Rarity was encountered a lot. Schmoozing.
Oh, right. That one. Yeah. I remember that
Pinky had a birthday in season 1.
Yeah.
With the surprise party.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone else has had any of the other main 6 have had a birthday yet.
They just don't have birthdays.
But
that's one of every race, so it's definitely not something that's excluded from a race.
Yeah. And also, one thing I did like was at the end was the crazy, unexpected horror scene.
The horror scene was probably the best scene out of the whole episode.
I remember when I first watched it, I was so I was like, wow, this is completely unexpected, and I love it.
Yeah, it was great. It was really well done.
Because it was just it's just Pumpkin's just sitting there, just squeaking the toy, just squeak on just a steady rhythm,
squeak.
And just the music the palette turned dark, the music got dark, and then you just hear the giggling and shadows. And it's like,
and the time stretch squeaking too.
Yep. And then all of a sudden, There's Pound.
Yeah, like walking across the ceiling.
Yeah, well,
It's like
sort
The
of.
Exorcist.
More
sort
like
of. It was
flying upside down with
on the ceiling,
using the wings to keep afloat, and while quote unquote walking on the ceiling.
Yeah. Whole Exorcist bit.
Mm-hmm. That was strange.
That was great.
Funny.
Yeah, I think the episode holds up.
Yeah, it's a fun episode. It's one of the great Pinky episodes.
It is. I think even after all what we have now, I think this episode still holds up over time.
Oink,
So-
oink, oink.
Oink oink oink. She's pink, like a pig.
Piggy pie.
Piggy pie.
Yep. It was. Oh, and also the nurse. Which one was that?
Nurse Redheart.
Redheart. Yeah, because there's two
That we
of them.
never see again. I think she showed up a couple times later, but we haven't seen her in a couple seasons. I remember.
Was it Reed and Wheat?
I think so.
Yeah, she was one of the nurses in Reed and Wheat because there's like 3 nurses there.
Yeah, but then we never say them.
Yeah,
like-
since then it's like, we haven't really had anything to go
Yeah,
to
we
the
haven't
hospital, so
got-
why do we need our nurse pony showing up? Because
I don't know. That's kind of interesting. I haven't seen that character in so long.
yeah, well, they sometimes disappear. We haven't seen Trixie since season 3, really, except for one brief, tiny background appearance, and
Yeah.
we haven't seen Chrysalis since season 2, except for one brief, couple minutes in the finale.
This is true.
There was a long stretch between Gilda showing up and the first time and the second time.
Yeah.
So sometimes characters just reappear
Especially
because why
background
not?
characters.
Yeah, why not? So
Yeah, I think
it was
that's all.
fun.
Yeah, it was great. I think that's all I can talk about.
Yeah,
huh?
I just really liked that horror scene.
It was a great scene. It really was.
It was like it made the episode. I think. I mean, it was already a pretty good, enjoyable episode. That just I think made it.
Yeah.
Elevated from
The
pretty good to
faces.
actually pretty great.
Yeah, that and Pinky's faces.
Oh yeah, a
few
lot of the
scenes.
faces she was pulling off. All
We
the,
still use them.
mm-hmm, a lot of faces just sticking her tongue out, and
Yeah.
yeah, it was good. And of course, then that background, that thing with Pinky was morphed into that weird meme on Derpy with Charlie and bad jokes.
Yep. That's still around to this day.
Yes, every once in a while.
So yeah, I think that's all I can talk about it.
Yeah,
Unless you got anything?
it was fun.
It's fun.
That's it.
It's good for rewatching.
Yeah, it was a good rewatch. Had
And
fun with
babies.
it. Babies.
Babies.
Get to play with the babies.
Let's see how much more we get to see about that.
And it's just hope they handle the new baby as well.
Yep.
Hope for it, because if they don't,
I've
I've seen babies destroy shows.
I'm wondering if Pinky's going to make some sort of reference back to this episode, dealing with the new,
Yeah.
dealing with how bad, dealing with Pound and Pumpkin Cake's abilities are. How Pinky will go, oh geez, I know your pain.
She only knows a fraction of that pain.
A fraction.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Moving on.
I think that's the end of the discussion. So we do have fan content though. I've got 3 songs to feature this week, so let's jump into that. The first one I have is Patina by Woodlore.
The cold and the wind and the rain may scald you, but freedom, it comes at a price. But along came alone with the fear that where you're going may be wrong. While all across the oceans, to these dreams, these gleaming notions, we belong.
This one, I think it's amazing. Woodlore's guitar, that acoustic guitar work, it's superb, and
Yeah.
and his voice, as usual, it's great.
Yeah.
The lyrics, I love the word flow. Every word, it doesn't feel like it's rushed or kind of jarring.
Mm-hmm.
It flows really well. This song isn't quite as hard hitting emotional like some of his previous ones,
Yeah.
but it's a little bit more light and
Not all
stuff.
songs need to be emotionally
yeah,
wreck
that's
you.
it doesn't have to be hard hitting emotional. So I think it was really good. The only other I'd probably poke at is near the end, the guitar builds up a lot more, and I think maybe a little bit mix changing. I think the guitar may have been a little too loud, but it's super minor.
But anyway, in some ways, I don't know. It feels like the song was written for a different style. When they listen to it, it's like almost feels like it wasn't like not like like it was not necessarily meant for acoustic initially, and then it was just made acoustic. It's almost, I'm not saying it's bad or good, it's just kind of a little observation. Like you listen to it, and it's like it almost sounds like it was supposed to be a different instrument leading it, or not necessarily acoustic, but possibly electric guitar. And I guess as this one a song, I think if you listen to it, it could work as an electric guitar.
Possibly. I like it with the acoustic.
I know it works great with the acoustic. I'm saying it could work with an electric version, an actual like rock version.
Yeah.
And yeah, I like it a lot though. But it's that big bit. It got big all of a sudden. I was like, whoa! I was not expecting this big moment to happen. Yeah. I was not expecting that. I was like, that's really cool.
It is. That's really well done.
So yeah, this is a good one.
It is. The next one I have is "Found" by DJT. This one, it starts out with a strong but calm driving beat, and then quickly builds up into more energetic and nice glitch hoppy, which is what it is sound. And I just like that. It's a good glitch hop energetic beat.
Yeah, I noticed the same thing. It just starts off very light and then starts getting heavier as you go through. Not heavy, but heavier.
Yeah.
And then there's also, and I've said this about several songs you've featured in the past, but it reminds me a little bit of Genesis Sonic music.
I'd have to re-listen to it again.
There's a couple bits here and there. It reminds me of old Genesis Sonic.
Possibly. Yeah.
Probably because of the whole glitch hop thing.
Probably the glitch hop thing.
But yeah, there's several songs now, so I'm like wondering if there's some bias for Sonic music. From you. He says as he can't come up with a good defense against that. I can't come up with a good defense against
that. Yeah, I do like Sonic music.
Well, I don't blame you, but yeah, it's actually a really good song.
Yeah, it was. It's a good song. The next one I have was a little bit of a toss-up for me, but I put it in. This is "Because I'm Shy" by Electric Explosion. Actually a reworked version of it with Chi-Chi on vocals. Because this is actually an older song of his that he found again and went and redid it. The way he reworked them and redid them, it's still the original song, but it's much clearer and stuff like that. If you go back and listen to the original, it's a remaster, but he did change some things up as well.
Still a remaster then.
But he also took the vocals from Chi-Chi's cover, because a while back Chi-Chi did cover it, and he put those in with a few changes as well. So instead of his original vocals.
Right.
And I think it's a great combo. I think it worked really well to revive one of his old songs. And it does, I really like the lyrics. It's all about Fluttershy, which is interesting because I like Dash. But I do feel, sort of attached to the lyrics too, personally. So
right.
I liked it, and I think this was a good way to revive it.
Yeah. It has a bit of a pop feeling to it.
It does.
Very pop.
It does.
As I trust the filter. But yeah, pop feeling. Trying to think of what kind of pop. A little bit of 80s pop, actually. When you
sort of like an electro
like a mix of 80s and 2000s pop kind of blending in.
Yeah, that sort of electro style Syntho to it. Yeah.
I noticed, you talked about the lyrics. I noticed a couple times there's a weirdness with the lyrics. Like there was a couple times trying to fit more syllables that can really fit in the line. There's a couple. There's one particular.
Possibly the lyrics.
I remember for sure. There's one where the lyrics didn't quite fit, and there you can hear the syllable. There's one extra syllable, but you couldn't.
Yeah, that is one thing. It is an old. The song was written a long time ago. It was one of the earlier ones that he did. So there's still some of those carried over.
Yeah, so it was fine. I mean, I wasn't enamored with it, but it was fine. It was listenable. It was enjoyable, but the other two were better in my opinion.
They were better, but this one I still think deserves a spotlight just for personal reasons for me. So that's what I have. So go listen to those. We do have more fan content. We have fanfics.
Fanfics.
So
a lot of fanfic stuff. So
a lot.
Buckle down, people.
Buckle in. Let's do this. Take it away.
Yes, I got two new ones.
Two.
Yes. One is Hurricane's Way by ZOMG.
ZOMG.
Yes. This is a Twidash.
It is.
It's established Twidash, so
it is.
I'm not spoiling anything. And this, there's basically a Pegasus tradition that Dash is taking Twilight on, and Twilight's in the dark about it, and Dash slowly explains things as go on, and they meet some of Dash's, I guess, childhood family, so to speak.
Yeah, that works.
And that's the gist of the fic, more or less. And it's kind of it's a one shot, 10,000 words, and it's just kind of a fun little Twidash with, which is, the Twidash is kind of more of a vehicle to kind of explore some just ideas about Pegasus culture. So I kind of liked it. And I thought a certain someone here would also like it.
Yeah, you got that right.
Boom.
Yeah, you got that right. I should be well known by now that Twidash is definitely approved by me, my number one. I enjoyed it. I mean, it wasn't as, well, it kind of was sort of heavy-hitting, but in different ways than I was originally expecting. It was, like you said, it's already established Twidash, so it didn't have that, the introduction of that. You don't see the build-up of the relationship. It's already well established by the time we start the fic. But it did, what I liked how it explored, like you said, Pegasus traditions and history.
Cultures and stuff.
But also Dash as well. It dug into Dash's history and Dash's childhood. And I thought that was really cool. So I definitely liked this one.
Dash got a little poked fun at a couple of times just because, well, family does that to you.
Family does that to you.
Even if they're not blood related, they'll still do it to you.
Especially when it's, when you bring your girlfriend. They will make sure to make fun of you.
Anyway, so go check that one out. The other one I have is I Have This Friend by Titanium Dragon. And, well, Twilight goes to Celestia and, starts talking about a friend and that she has feelings for another friend of hers. And that's about it.
Yep.
It's 2,000 words. It's marked as romance. You can probably figure it out from there. Yeah. It's fun. It's short.
It's funny.
It's silly.
It is. It's silly. It's all right.
I like it. Anyway, that's the featured ones. And updates, of course, Fractured Sunlight with 2 chapters.
Yep.
Which were, post Equestria visit.
Yeah.
A little bit more kind of exploring, like, a little more about their future a little bit. Possible future, because, well, valid questions are brought up.
Very valid questions. Where do you go from here?
There's that. So continuing on, and hey, guess what? Long Road to Friendship is back.
Oh, geez.
Yes,
back with a fervor.
Yes, the final 7 chapters. By the time you read this, the final 7 will be out. As of now, there's only 5 that I can read, unfortunately. Yeah. But I suspect, at this point, the big one for me is already been. Yeah, it's come out. It's it's the big finale, so it better deliver, and delivered. Yeah. At this point, I'm pretty sure the last few chapters are probably just wrapping everything up.
Yeah, probably the way it feels. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's this one. It's finally ending, which is it's that thing of something you love is finally ending. You're happy because you get to see everything resolved, but at the same time you're kind of sad.
You're sad because it's gonna be over. Yeah.
But it's Long Road to Friendship, and it managed a couple rough spots here and there throughout this massive it's going to be 42 chapters long by the time it's all said and done. It's a couple rough spots here and there, but overall a really fantastic fic, and I enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see more from Albino Corn.
Yeah, it was good,
and we've already featured a couple others.
Yeah, we already have. It's one of your favorite authors.
Yeah, it's become rapidly. Albino Corn has become one of my favorite authors. Yeah, keep writing.
Keep writing. We'll keep reading.
Yes. So yes, a Long Road to Friendship. It's not finished for me, but when you guys get this episode, it will be
most
done.
Likely finished.
It will be done. I know they've said they will post chapter 41 today when we record, and tomorrow 42, the final chapter will be posted. The Albino Corn is confirmed. They're done writing. It's over. They just got to post them.
All right.
So by the time you hear this, which will be probably Monday or Tuesday, be ready to go. Yep. All set and finished, and it is fantastic. And if you haven't started reading it yet, you should. Yeah, read all 42 chapters. It's worth it.
It's pretty good.
How many words was that as of right now? Let's see, 210,000 words probably by the time it's all done. Probably more. Possibly
Probably.
closer to 220.
So it's fairly long.
It's a fairly long one. It was worth it.
Get a cup of coffee.
It's worth it. So
yeah.
that's it.
That's the fan fictions.
Yes, the fan fictions.
It's the end of fan content, and that is the end of the episode. So, if you liked what you heard and you'd like to listen to more, you can find all of our episodes, past, future, present, at pony411.libsyn.com. So go there and pick the episodes you want to listen to. You can also find the episodes on iTunes. Just search for Pony411. You can subscribe to us there and have it all auto-download and fancy stuff like that. You can also find us on Stitcher, Stitcher.com, or on their mobile apps for Android or iOS, so search for us there. You can also find us on YouTube, youtube.com/pony411. So go watch us there. Comment, like, subscribe. You know what to do. You can also listen to us on Ponyville FM, Tuesdays when we actually have an episode. We're bi-weekly, at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, so tune in then. We're also listed on the Ponyville Live site. Whenever we update on YouTube, it'll pop up there. They have a listing of our episodes as well. If you would like to contact us, you can email us. We are pony411podcast@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook, facebook.com/pony411. Go like us there. We post news whenever we post a new episode or other stuff comes out.
Yes.
You can also find us on Twitter, @pony411. Go follow us, tweet us. That's the best way to quickly contact us.
Yes.
You can also contact us on our personal accounts. I am at Alca7raz with a 7 instead of a T and an underscore at the end, and he is at Nemesis Prime 1.
Yes. Watch me complain about no DMR in Halo 5, and also me whining about how Windows Phone is pretty much dead.
It's dead. Just get over it.
Sucks too because of fantastic OS.
Debatable.
Shut up, Linux nerd.
Hey, now.
And also, don't forget, we are doing a playthrough of Life is Strange right now on our other channel, Pony411 Plays.
Yep, so go look for that. We have
Look
links
for
on
it
our
and
page.
subscribe. Yeah, it's listed on our YouTube channel. We also will post links to the Edge episodes as they come out. We have started episode 2
Yes.
of it.
That's been fun.
Mm-hmm. Watching Alcatraz here go through his emotional little weirdness.
Jeez. Trying to make some of those decisions is not easy. It is.
Watching him is run through the gamut of emotions.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
It has actually been fun, even though I'm the one going through the emotions.
I already went through those.
Yeah. So yeah, go watch me freak out over making a decision and then screwing some of them up.
Yes.
That brings us to the end, I think.
Mhm.
Hope you liked what you heard.
Yeah.
Hope you'll tune in to the next episode in 2
Yes.
weeks. Or we're probably going to be discussing certain things.
Yes, a certain upcoming movie thing.
Yes.
Not that movie.
Not
but
that movie.
A movie probably coming out this year.
Yeah. So, until then, remember, please, pony responsibly. See ya.
Bye.